Oh boy. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be on too long. This is. I'm definitely not going to be on too long. Alrighty. Good thing about this is where's the timer at? This new layout is confusing. All right, timer's over there. Somebody doesn't. If people don't pop in 5 minutes, this will just be a short video, and I can go to bed. Yada yada yada. I'm always gonna be kind of disappointed that I can't play music. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a little late, but I that's because I actually had some stuff to do. I actually had to run some errands before I did this. Normally I try to get on a little bit earlier, but yeah, I had to run some errands. um, I had applied for an acting troupe, and we actually went over. And I actually went over there today to like kind of try to do some acting over there. Just some intermediate. That's like some initial stuff. Like I don't know if I got in or not. I'll know something in a couple of days. But yeah, normally I try my best to. I mean, I'm normally late. Going. I'm normally late like doing lives anyway. I got 4 people up in here. That's wild, man. Who are y'all? God, man. Lurkers be the weirdest ones because like they're haters. I didn't even realize it was this late until you mentioned it. I haven't done half the things on my chores list. Not at 9:45. Not at 9:45. I don't know what you mean. Nah, like I said, it was kind of earlier, and like I said, I came back from the acting thing. Then I took a shower, and that's ultimately kind of like and I don't know if anybody else does this, but like when you're in the shower, you just be thinking about stuff, and y'all just forget that you're in the shower. It's like the shower is definitely like that's the Zen room, man. That's the Zen room. That's the place where people like go to and they just sort of it's like that's the room where you can contemplate the universe. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just because it's I don't know what the situation is or why it's like that, but it's just wild to me. Shoot, but yeah, like I said, I took a shower and that kind of like is one of the core. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, by the way. But hey, I get it. But that's kind of well, you understand then. I'm always thinking about stuff. I tend to listen to videos in the shower. See, I can't do that. I don't know what it is, but it's like I always hear that that's kind of like a good thing to do too. You know, like listen to videos in the shower. Like that's a like I said, I don't I ain't again it. I ain't again it, but that is definitely like something that I've never done that before. I got 6 people up in here. That is crazy. Who are y'all? There's 2 people talking and 4 people watching. I'm not entertaining enough to just be lurking like that. That's crazy. I'm not that entertaining. I don't have any zany, wacky actions. I just talk to people, some music or random YouTube videos. Uh, like yeah, like I do know some people like I do know that some people love to like shower to music though. Yeah, yeah, like showering to music. Yeah, like that's def. I feel like I feel like that's definitely like a first date question. Like, what kind of music do you listen to when you're in the shower? You know what I'm saying? That definitely feels like a first date style question. But that like but then again like that would be kind of I mean it's that's not invasive, right? That's not an invasive question. I don't know. Bro, I am not good at this thing. Look up the Black Emma Frost clone. I'm not going to do that. She blowing up. I'm not gonna do that because I feel like that feels like that's just like a tug thing, and I'm not trying to tug to know. I mean, let me guess. Either she's hot or she's controversial. Is one of the two. And if it's Emma Frost, she's hot. So it's gonna be like, let me guess. Is it a whole bunch of like Marvel fans just being like, she's an official character. She works for T'Challa. Wait, is she an actual clone, or is she just like somebody who has like similar powers to Emma Frost? Also, like I need to like we all know the Marvel fans are going to be kind of like, she's actually a clone. Okay, that's wild. That's wild. That's weird. But like, let me is she blowing up because she's like hot, or is she blowing up because she's like, or is she blowing up because like right wingers are like, hey man, they can't be doing that stuff to our characters. I'm tired of them turning all our characters black. I'm tired of black people. Because you know that they do. Oh God, I'm gonna get misquoted on that like crazy one day. That's why I always use the voice when I say it. They got a black Juggernaut and Doctor Octopus clone. That is wild. What is happening right now, bro? Like the right wingers are gonna lose their minds about that. Oh man, dude, man, the right wingers are gonna be like, wait a minute, hold on there. I know good and goddamn well this ain't gonna be happening around here. What the heck is going on? They're liberaling up my thing. Black Juggernaut should have been a thing though. Like Black Juggernaut, Juggernaut should have been black, in my opinion. Like just with that superpower alone. But FTD. Two of the people watching are probably me. I'm watching on my phone, and you're playing on my television as well. I think the new view counters every instance, just every account. That could be the case, but FTD equals F the revival. I got it. No problem. Otto is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. I'm not surprised. Wasn't Otto like actually Spider-Man at one point? What happened to the language learner series? I'm still doing it. It's just like I haven't really done it in a while because everything. Oh, you know what? I should get back on that though. You know what? You're right. Juggernaut is a cool character. Yeah. Also, who? Shout out to Diego Rubio for pointing that out. Yeah, Superior Spider-Man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I knew what was he like? He was Spider-Man, or he like took control of Peter's body or something. Like, I hate that. I hate angles like that because that's like stuff that they do in Japan a lot. Like, it's always like the character was not the character, but the character was either a clone, or he's like, or as the case of, I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude every single time. Like, I mean, that's Kingdom Hearts. I mean, that's Kingdom Hearts. And what's that other series called? Was it Xenogears? The one where the main character was also like id or something. Yeah, the main character was like id. All right, but homie, you got a point though, man. You're right. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and it led to the cool moment between Peter and Norman, so I'll take it. What are you talking about? What cool moment you talking about with Peter and Norman? All righty. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get back on my Duolingo. We're about to. What else I gotta do? 7 minutes? Okay, yeah, that's no problem. Let it ride. All right. We learned Japanese again. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been rusty on this, so I'm not gonna get the hang of it all the way. Let's start an argument. Who has a better rose gallery, Spider-Man or Batman? I'm not having this. You can do that. Y'all can argue amongst yourselves while I do this thing because I hate both villains. When Norman thought Otto was still Spider-Man, but realized it was Peter, and he said, "It's you." Wow. I keep on forgetting that Norman was like Pete's best friend. All right. Once again, I haven't done this in a while, so I probably might mess it up. So shame me later. I do not care.
食べ物
Doyobi. Ooh. I think this is it.
土曜日
Let's go. I'm not a complete imbecile.
日
Jugatsu.
10月
Let's go. Crap. Wa sanju ichi hi des. Okay. Wait. It's got to be Ashita, right?
明日
Because they're basically saying tomorrow is the 31st. Ooh, I hope I'm right. Let's go.
料理のコンテストもあります。料理のコンテストも料理のコンテストもあります。あります。
Crap. Okay, wait. What is this? The food conversation. The I'm ready for the food contest. There's also a cooking contest. Okay. October. That's Jugatsu.
10月、
ここはコミュニティセンターです。ここの
Nope.
はコミュニティセンターです。
Over there is a community center. All right, I'm back to reading the chat. What up, y'all? What up with you, bro? I'm going to assume that that's RC. Batman, but Spider-Man is iconic. Oh, crap. I need to do my Duolingo as well. Talk to you later. The hate for villains so bad can't acknowledge when a good character's thing has to go. No, it doesn't. I'm going to continue to do that until I can't do it no more.
ハロウィンが楽しみです
Wait, Tanoshi, that's fun, right?
が楽しみです
I'm looking forward to Halloween.
晩ご飯の後、パーティーに行きませんか？晩ご飯の後、パーティーに、晩ご飯の後、パーティーに行きませんか？行きません。か。
Okay, I'm guessing this is the party dinner. No, after dinner, let's go to a party. After dinner, can we go to a party? Let's go.
ハロウィン。
I need to remember this because I have not seen this before.
31日に渋谷でパーティーがあります。
Oh, crap.
31日。31日に渋谷でパーティーがあります。渋谷でパーティーがあります。
Okay, I'm going to assume that they're saying, do you want to go to the party in Shibuya on the 31st? No, we're going to a party in Shibuya on the 31st. Well, I was
コ
close.
ミュニティセンタ
By the way, every city in America needs a community center. Every community needs a community center. It's kind of ridiculous that like there's not that many in like small towns.
ダンスのパフォーマンスがあります。ダンスのパフォーマンスがあります。
Let's go. It's a famous parade. Okay.
有名なパレード です
God, I hope I'm right because I feel like I'm messing this up. Let's go. Rereading the thing. What community? Every city has a community, dude. I love how like I'm back in the chat right now, and I really love how like before I put up the screenshot so I can do my lesson, like I had like 7 people on here. I put up the screenshot, now it's down to 4. That is amazing. That means that like that means at least like 3 of the lurkers that was up in here was probably like, oh, never mind. That's I was gonna say something. Never mind. It just popped right back up. Okay. There's a dance performance at a nearby school. Oh crap! I forgot how to say. What is it? Dance no performance.
ー。ダンスのパフォーマンスで近くの学校があります。
Man, I am going to butcher this. I hope this is right. I know I messed up. I messed up somewhere. Okay, dance performance, dancer no performance. Day at Chikaku no Gakko, nearby school, ga arimasu. Man, I feel like I screwed this up. It should probably be Chikaku no Gakko de dancer no performance ga arimasu. I feel like I got this wrong. Okay, but I'm not going to change it. I knew it. Chigaku no Gakko. I knew it. I knew it. I should have put that over there and that over there. Man. There's a taiko drum. Okay, now they're gonna give me another chance here. Okay, at the university. All right. Which one?
大学
Daigaku.
が
Uh,
太鼓のパフォーマンス
crap. Was it? No, Daigaku.
でが
Daikaku de taiko no performance ga arimasu.
あります。
Please let me get this right. Okay. There's a performance at the nearby train station. Okay, cool. All right. Let me see. Chigaku. Wait, where's Chikaku? Okay.
近くの駅でパフォーマンスがあります。
All right.
近くの学校でダンスのパフォーマンスがあります。
Chikaku no Gakko de dansu no performance ga arimasu. Almost perfect, man. Almost perfect. Whack. Oh, well, I got my accomplishment. All right. 2 of them were megas, remember? No, but I still have 4 people up in here. Right now I have you, Megas, probably a Megas clone, and a lurker. But but before there was 7 people. So 3 of them just dipped. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's probably still Megas, a Megas clone, and you. And probably a lurker, but the lurker is probably one of my haters who's just smart enough to not reveal themselves. But it's still but here's the thing though, man. I can acknowledge that there are some villains out there that actually are probably decent characters or whatever, but I'm sick and tired of having to like them just because that's the social norm. That's the whole thing. I don't want to like villains because I'm basically demanded to do so. You know what I mean? It's annoying. It's we already cheer enough evil in real life. I'm not doing it in my fiction. I'm not doing it in my fiction too. But we already know that. We already know that discussion. You don't have to like anything because you're demanded. Exactly. That's why I hate villains still. Doom, 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 doom. But yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to, but you'd be surprised, dude. You'd be surprised how many people try to twist my arm, basically demand that I just like evil stuff, man. It's crazy. For example, right? Here's the thing. I just recently finished watching the you're actually pretty good at beatboxing. Oh, appreciate it. But yeah, my whole thing is that one time I actually sat down and I watched what was it called? Red Dead Redemption, right? I just recently finished watching the Red Dead Redemption 2 cutscenes. So I can acknowledge that although Arthur Morgan has done some crimes and has done some pretty dangerous things and has done some bad things to people, I can acknowledge that he is probably still a good person, especially towards the time that he died. I'm not going to ever say that Arthur Morgan is a villain because, first of all, he's a victim. If anything, he's ultimately groomed by Dutch. You know what I mean? He was groomed by Dutch to do terrible things, which he did obviously well, and that really did take a toll on him, like physically. If anything, Dutch is the villain in Red Dead Redemption, and I have absolutely no gumption for Dutch, right? Like I don't like Dutch. You know what I mean? But Arthur Morgan, people will be like, well, Arthur Morgan is a villain too. Is he? Is he though? The most villainous thing about Arthur Morgan is that if a player wants to, they can have Arthur like do terrible things to innocent people. But like if you go by the storyline and the lore and all that stuff, he's not a bad guy. He's just doing what he's told. Same thing with Marston. Same thing with Charles. Same thing with like the rest of the Van der Linde gang. But it's like, are they villainous people? No, they don't go around. They don't hurt people. They're not like the Skinners. They're not like the Skinner brothers. They're not like who's that guy who kidnapped all those? Who's that guy who kidnapped all those those tribal people? And this was like, they're not Alberto Fusar, Like they're not going around enslaving people or tearing people's skin off their bodies. They're just robbing people. And actually, they're just robbing banks. Like in this day and age, that's something that we would probably like welcome today because that's not a villainous act. But like it's just wild to think about, man. Like, people are just, but they're not villainous. They're just desperate for money. And Dutch was willing to lose his mind about it. But is Arthur Morgan a bad guy? Probably not. Not from what I've seen. Marston isn't even a bad guy either. He's just a dude who's trying to take care of his family. And it's like, who's going to hire a guy who, with scars on his face, talks like this and doesn't have a good education? He's a criminal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to say that he's a criminal. Like a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he's evil because he commits crimes. But it's like at the end of the day, like he's not, and like I say, he's not torturing people. He's not enslaving people. He's not pushing people. He's not like mistreating people because he's evil. He's mistreating people because he's groomed to do so by somebody who is slowly going crazy because he just keeps needing to have money. If anything, the real villain of Red Dead Redemption is capitalism. It's capitalism. Crimes aren't what makes you evil. I didn't say that anything about crimes. I'm not talking about crimes. Once again, like you're literally playing the game as a dude who commits crimes. I'm not saying that Arthur Morgan is a bad person, but like people will be like, well, he's a villain because he does villainous stuff. So you can like it. So if you like Arthur Morgan, then you like villains. It's like, no, I don't like villains. Arthur Morgan isn't a villain. He's not doing evil stuff. He's not relishing in the pain that he's not relishing in the pain that he's providing for people. He's just doing what he has to do. And Dutch is going crazy while telling him, we need to continue robbing this train. We need to continue robbing this bank. We need to continue robbing these people so we can get more money and do things. Leviticus Cornwall even made it very clear. Yo, we can't, y'all gonna get in trouble if y'all keep effing with me. And ultimately they do. They keep doing it. It's like I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that Arthur Morgan isn't a villain. There are villains written no different from Arthur Morgan. That is the point I think some people are saying, but that's not what those people are saying. That's the problem. People aren't saying that. They're saying that I should like all the villains because there's some villains that are written similar to Arthur Morgan. What I'm simply saying is I'm not about to relish in somebody who is evil and enjoys being evil because they're evil. Do I believe that bad guys can become good guys and have a change of heart? Absolutely. I love Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? And Vegeta was a terrible person when he came to Earth. You know what I'm saying? But also, whenever they got the opportunity, the story always has a way of beating the crap out of Vegeta. Just like how they beat the crap out of Frieza. Just like how they beat the crap out of who else? Just like how they beat the crap out of Piccolo. The love to hate trope is just completely foreign to you. I'm not trying to love to hate anybody. I'm hating people and I'm liking people. I'm not trying to do that. But like, you know, I'm not about to be like, oh wow, Thanos is awesome because he killed half of the planet. Like, you can keep that. You don't understand, bro. You don't understand, bro. Every evil person is awesome and you should like them because they're cool. No. Well, you just don't know how to appreciate a good story. Okay. That's fine by me. Half the universe, half the planet, whatever. Tomatoes, bro. All I'm simply saying is that, like, I'm not about to applaud evil just for who the heck is telling me this, dude. Like, I'm telling you, bro. If you actually encounter the people that I encountered online, bro. If you actually encounter the people that I encountered online, bro, you would be like dumbfounded by how stupid these people are. Like, I really wish that I could like introduce you to the group that I got, the group that used to push these types of narratives at me. I got kicked out of those. I felt so seen in your conspiracy video. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. X is does. I hope I'm saying that right. Holy crap. You actually have videos? You actually post up stuff? Okay. Hey, real quick, would you mind if I show your channel on here since you actually make content? I have encountered dumb people. Then you understand what I'm saying. No one is. He always says the same stuff. No, Megas, you just don't want to believe what I'm saying because you don't. Like, I encounter stupid people pretty often online because I'm chronically online. I encounter a lot of people who are just evil and like evil stuff. You don't want to believe that those people exist because you yourself are a mean guy. So it's just like, it's kind of like, you know, evil can't comprehend evil kind of thing. It's like, it's not evil. It's just normal. It's like, but it's not. I encounter stupid people, but I don't see people saying stuff like that. Okay, you don't, but I do. Once again, I used to be part of groups online that used to like say stupid stuff like that all the time. The only reason why I can't show you them is because I got kicked out of those groups. You guys don't want to acknowledge that these people exist because it's like nobody's that stupid, but it's like, trust me, dude. I've been in those types of societies. Those people, there are people that are that stupid. Why? That's the reason why I'm so like vehemently against the concept. Because people like that exist because I've encountered them. You guys probably never will encounter them, or you actually have the gumption to ignore them. I don't. Also, shout out to X is does. Like I said, I am checking out your stuff now. If you're cool with it, I can if you are cool with it, I could actually like show your channel on here because you actually make like content, but I kind of want to get people's consent before I do that. So yeah, you just say when. But thanks for liking the video. I really appreciate that. You make it seem like those people are the majority or something, rather than a handful of freaks in certain spaces, because they are. A lot of some of the work, like these people aren't the fringe. The fringe are the norm now. Like evil people and cruel people are like the reason why a lot of this stuff is a lot of like cruelty is like exceptional now is because people who are smart enough to not be blatant about it just go along with it. No, I'm telling you, I have encountered these people. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys X is does. God, man, I'm gonna say that so stupid. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys her channel. Okay, is this let's see. You actually got some good numbers here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you the channel that I saw first and then the channel that I saw next. is her channel. Man, I seriously hope that I don't get the black screen of death on this. Because if I do, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just do some. Okay, wow, that's actually doing really well for yourself. Okay, 156 videos. It's 645 subscribers. We can get that up to 1,000, right? Let's do that for her. If I can get 2,000 on here, she should be able to get like 1,000. Am I getting the black screen of doom here? Dang it, bro. Okay. Whack. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna post the link to her channel in the chat. Dang it, bro. I hate it when it does that. Should probably go to X's does. Okay. My recorded videos are in another channel. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why it does that. All right. That's the link to her first channel. And this is the link to another channel. Also, she is an absolute baddie. So it's like y'all should totally show her some support up in here. I'm gonna go ahead and post up the all right. So this is the other channel. It only has like 4 subscribers, y'all. What the heck? But she did just like join like literally last year. Come on, y'all. Stay hydrated. That's funny. Alrighty. It was true. Brightburn would have been successful enough to get a sequel. At some point, I'm gonna have to like remember to post up the links. But check this out though. Here's the link to SS Does Stream -D2. Oh wait, no, hold on. Let's see. X is does. There you go. Hopefully that went through, man. I don't know why it's giving me so much grief, but I think I posted links in the chat as well. Well, Brightburn wasn't well written, so it didn't do well. What do you mean it wasn't well written? Did a good guy actually? What was there a good guy and he won? Was there a good guy and he won, and the fans was like, I wanted evil to win because Edgelord. Like, you don't understand, being evil is cool. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad to help out. Like, if I I always try my best to like, help out people and stuff like that. I don't understand why more people throughout the community doesn't do that. It's kind of wild. But like, yeah, like hopefully, like I said, if I can get 2,000 subs on this thing, that other people should be able to. Also, you're like a pretty girl, so it's like your numbers should like shoot up. I'll give it like a couple of weeks or something. So I hope that it works out. I feel like Brightburn was in the midst of superhero fatigue in cinema when it was first released. Like, when did Brightburn come out? Also, X is does. Jesus, can I just say X? I can just say X because I'm going to say X because X is does. Just like I have a lisp and I have a stutter, so it's like if I keep saying that, it's gonna sound weird. But like X, I just want to like throw this out here. I hate villains. Bane the Reckoning is actually a really good friend of mine, and he values a good story regardless of how much exposure villains get. But all I want is to simply see villains get beaten up. So that's our discussion. That's fine. Do what you're comfortable with. I appreciate that. Thank you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to subscribe to you. I'm going to subscribe to you. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm subscribing to this one and this one. All right, we are subbed and dubbed, but not really dubbed. But yeah, but also, I mean, that might have been the case, but like we've had superhero fatigue for like years now. It's like I feel like interesting. I like really well written villains. Omni-Man and Homelander are my faves, but I can also see why people aren't fans of them. Appreciate, you know what? Hey, thanks for that's all I ask. But Brightburn sucked, and the sequels, if evil children based off the Justice League, never materialized. Last thing I want to do is see an evil Flash and an evil Aquaman, and it's like I'm so edgy. I'm so edgy. I'm an edge lord, and I have superpowers. Yeah, I want to hurt people because I'm in a bad mood. Yeah. Sorry, man. That's just all I. That's all I see when I see like villains and stuff like that. He isn't a fan of Homelander based on his own interpretation, though. Like my whole thing about Homelander is I don't care about the series of the boys in general. I don't care about like the boys in general. I know what it means. I know what it represents, but I hate Garth Ennis. I hate Garth Ennis, and like I'm not really. Was it Garth Ennis who made it? I keep on forgetting. Was it Garth Ennis who wrote that? I meant Omni Man. Yeah, but yeah, like I don't really hate Omni Man like himself. I hate how like fans really like hyped him up as like this unbeatable, unstoppable character. They made him like complete. They made him like this unbeatable, unstoppable character. This absolute force of just like violence, like this absolute force of violence. And it's like, does he lose? Why do I hate Garth Ennis? Because a lot of his work is like he's like Garth Ennis is an edgelord. I don't like edgelords. I do like Preacher. I like Preacher, but that's only because I'm not really like that religious, so I'm not going to be offended by anything that he puts up in there that is religious. But like outside of Preacher, I'm not a big fan of Garth Ennis because he's an edgelord. I think he only like writes stuff just to be like purposeful. I feel like Garth Ennis is low key like a right winger, like a MAGA guy, but I can't really like prove it, so I'm not really going to just say it. But he just comes across as MAGA to me. I don't know. The Boys show is way better than the comic. And what's even crazier is I read the comic before the show came out because like Bane over here actually introduced me to the comic, and I decided to like, and I saw it on the library app that I had, and I decided to look into it myself. And I just read bits and pieces of it, and I'm like, this comic sucks. It's just Garth Ennis just basically saying, I hate superheroes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate edgelords. Like, I hate edgelords too. Yeah, the comics are too much sometimes. That's what I'm saying. And I hate edgelords because edgelords are annoying. You know, it's like I get it. You think that you're like you're trying to be a provocateur. You're trying to be an offensive person. You're trying to get people upset. You're trying to get people like mad at you. But I don't care about that. Tell the story, bro. It's like literally his whole story is I don't like superheroes and I want them to all get beat up. Yeah. Like, bro, you're old. You're an old man. This is what you want your stories to be based on? It's like, that's so stupid. And like, it really feels like that's all his, it really kind of feels like that's his entire, it feels like that's his entire like thing. When it comes, like, with the Boys is, I hate superheroes. And with the Preacher is, I hate religion. Or like there was another thing that he wrote, but it just really does feel like that's the overall message. And just like I don't care what you hate, man. Make a good story, you big baby. It's like, why can't somebody write down a story that's like I hate villains? Didn't he make a comic book about a SW superhero? What's SW mean? I'm gonna try to go down Garth Ennis' catalog because I only know Preacher and The Boys, but I know he made a whole bunch of other ones. Hold on, because he made Punisher, well not made Punisher, but I think he wrote some of the Punisher. Hold on. But yeah, Garth Ennis just comes across as like MAGA. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger as to why, but yeah, he definitely makes you think. He definitely gives me MAGA vibes. God, I cannot for the life of me find anything else. Hold on. I see villains have told stuff happen to them in comics all the time. Name three. Name three. Like Joker is in a Bapta tank right now. Which Joker? Also, Bapta. What's Bapta tank? I don't know what that is. Main Joker, Lex Luthor lost DCKO. No, you say he won DCKO and Superman kind of beat him in the final round. I don't know what you said. Superman defeated Darkseid? What? Superman defeated Darkseid. That's crazy. That's crazy. I thought like Darkseid was like the bad guy, right? Like Darkseid was. There's that stupid gift that everybody keeps doing of Darkseid grabbing Superman's cape. There's that like you're gonna seriously sit here and tell me that gift is a lie now? Also, I genuinely don't know how to. I'm looking at your profile, by the way, X. I don't know if you're still here now, but I'm looking at your profile and I genuinely don't understand how you don't have more subscribers. Like you come across as a controversial person, and I'm living for this energy right now. Like I'm absolutely living for this energy. Like holy crap! Like this is like yeah. So this like I'm at some point I'm gonna like actually like sit down and watch your stuff. So yeah, I just be same here. Same here. I just be talking too. Yo, I genuinely have no clue how I get the views that I get. I have no like I literally just be talking, dog. Like dead the Marvel heroes are gathering together to get Infernal Hulk. Okay, that's not something bad that's happening to Hulk though. Because Infernal Hulk, like Hulk by regular Hulk is unbearably like strong. Like, so, like, comics defeat villains. Once again, regular Hulk is, like, really strong. Like, I'm pretty sure Infernal Hulk probably could, like, turn into a dragon or something. Infernal Hulk is probably like, puny humans, watch this. And just crash everybody's head at the same time with some sort of sound wave super clap move or something. I don't know. Talking about some, oh yeah, the heroes are gonna get together to do do in Infernal Hulk, bro. Like, are we like Magic the Gathering? All of the main planeswalkers actually got together and formed something like a equivalent to the Justice League to go up against like Nicol Bolas and did not win because Nicol Bolas is just overpowered as heck. Also, screw Nicol Bolas. I hate him. I hate everything about him. I hate. Like literally every bad thing that happens in like the first part of Magic Gathering is kind of because of him, if I'm not mistaken. The Sentry just came back to life. Isn't Sentry evil? What do you mean came back to life? He was dead? I don't read Marvel. It's not because I don't like Marvel. It's just because I just never really like have the time to. I'm over I'm doing this more that the Void is evil. Well, yeah, the Void is evil, but is the Sentry the Sentry isn't the Void? Null killed him a few years back. Now, funny fact about the word Null. There's a wrestler in Japan. His name is Null. I met him at Reality of Wrestling a little while back. So now when I hear the word Null, I immediately think of him. What is up, Lala? Then yo, how you been? First off, it's really good seeing you. I'm doing A-okay over here. I'm surviving for the most part. The Void is a part of Sentry. He's suppressed though. Oh, the Void is a split personality. Okay. Also, see that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so I must be off tomorrow. No, I'm not. I work tomorrow. I work tomorrow, but like I don't have to like I do get a little bit of time to like I do get a little bit of time to go in a little bit later because I'm over. But like that's it. Shoot. Also, like really like thank you guys for like popping up. I really appreciate it. I was not expecting y'all to. I was really like expecting to just like go like go 5 minutes. Nobody pops up, and then I just be like okay, nobody's gonna be here. I'm gonna bounce. So I really do appreciate you guys for like popping up. Now y'all are actually very 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 supportive, and I'm very thankful for that. Darkseid is back to making the absolute universe hell. Yeah, he's winning. I feel like you're just listing. I feel like you're just listing off like current events in comics now. I can't get that song out of my head, man. I can swallow a bottle of alcohol in a built like Godzilla. Better hit the deck like a car dealer. He lost in the main DC universe. He went back to Absolute to lick his wounds. Yeah, but like that's not a loss for him. That's not a loss for him. It's not like he's going back to the Absolute universe to ruin life for probably like Absolute Superman or something. And Absolute Superman, he's just gonna curb stomp him. I'm angry because I lost in this universe. Now I'm gonna destroy yours. Urgh. That's a loss. Okay. Yeah, until he just like starts like curb stomping until he just starts beating the crap out of like Absolute Superman because he's in a bad mood and everybody's gonna be like, dude, you saw him just beat up Absolute Superman. Oh my god. Like this the greatest thing ever because I hate Superman because he's too powerful and all this other stuff. He doesn't directly interact with Absolute Universe. Yeah, but he's still about to like ruin things over there, dude. Dumb fans are gonna be like, oh my god, man, he's gonna beat the crap out of Superman. I'm so happy because I'm an edgelord and I don't like Superman. Is there a reason you just jump to these conclusions? Because that's what fans do, bro. We really just gonna act like that's not how fans be, bro? Dang it. Wow, I got 9 people up in here. That's crazy. That is crazy. I got 9 people up in here. Let's see, 9 people up in here, 3 people talking. One of them is a clone. So that's got to be, there's like 5 people up in here that are lurking right now. No, 3 people up in here that are lurking right now. And at least 2 of those people are haters. Because we got Lala, Megas clone, Bane the Reckoning. X is probably still up in here. And I want to assume that maybe Jovi is in here, but she's probably just busy. How you know it's a clone? Because Mega said it was a clone earlier. Everyone jokes about him beefing with Batman because of how the Batman villains are all eldritch abominations. That's funny, actually. That is kind of wild too. Like Batman, like because if Batman was written like logically, all of his bad guys would just be like just criminals and just like stereotypical mobsters. But instead they're just like, nah, man, we need his villains to be like demons from the apocalypse or something, man. We can't just have him. Lex Luthor was an actually decent guy, but Brainiac killed his family and tortured him, and that's why he hates Superman. And that's why he hates Superman. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. Also, Brainiac is a monster, man. What the heck? It's like, how is Superman's greatest villain like Lex Luthor and not Brainiac? That doesn't make any sense to me. It feels really like DC just said, nah, man, like let's be nice to the billionaire. That was Golden Age. Yeah, I remember. I know that because like Batman was initially supposed to be like, I'm aware of that because ultimately Batman was supposed to be like just a detective. It was supposed to be like a detective comic. But like then they decided to just go ahead and just add on to it and just make it into something bigger. I'm aware of that. I'm aware that it used to be like a novel towards it was supposed to be like a novel dedicated to, like him like taking down mobsters, see? But like, yeah, but it's like obviously they was like, yo, let's do something bigger with this. Let's do something more with it. Superman has beef with Ra's al Ghul and Absolute. That's weird. That's weird. Ra's al, I mean, like, why does Superman have beef with Ra's al Ghul? That doesn't make any sense. Deathstroke's Cyborg. You know what? That tracks. That makes a lot of sense. That kind of makes sense. Deathstroke being a cyborg, that I don't know why. That sounds correct. That sounds right. Does that sound right to anybody else? Exactly. When you think Ra's al Ghul, you think Batman. Exactly. Yeah, I do. When I think of Ra's al Ghul, I do think Batman. But that's only because like the movie basically said that Ra's al Ghul trained Batman, and plus, his baby mama is Ra's al Ghul's daughter, which that will always just go over my head a little bit. I don't like using the word baby mama, but they're not married. So, I mean, like, I don't know what else to call her. I also find it kind of weird that, like, DC is like, Talia al Ghul and Bruce Wayne have a kid together, but we still going to make it so that Bruce Wayne has to marry Catwoman. Like, that's the love of his life. They ain't got one kid together. Or they do, technically. But like, nah, bro. Absolute Wonder Woman is a queen, bro. I keep on forget that you like Absolute DC. Like everyone is saying, she really shows how to be a superheroine. God, man. X, if you're still up in here, just know that like when Bane the Reckoning is talking good about a comic book series, it's good. Bane the Reckoning is definitely my go-to guy for like comics and stuff like that. So if you're still up in here, and I hope that you are, I hope that you like check out the Absolute Universe, because like as much as I give Bane crap for like for like us our disagreeing viewpoints, he kind of hits the nail on the head when it comes to a lot of these things. I'm pretty sure she's gone though. Also, Bane, you really do need to. Absolute DC is killing it. Ultimate Marvel, however, I keep hearing bad stuff about Ultimate Marvel, bro. I ain't lying. The only thing I remember about Ultimate Marvel was that it had Captain America up in it, be like full MAGA. He has like the American flag tattooed on his face or something. Like, first of all, never trust anybody with face tats. You know what? No, that's a mean thing to say. I'm not gonna say never trust anybody with face tats, but it's like definitely be a little suspicious of them, especially if they're not melanated. I don't know. Like, I would probably trust somebody with a face tat if they look like me, but I can't trust anybody with a face tat if they don't. Unless, of course, they're like tribal or something. Like, I'm talking like Pacific Islands or something. I'm sad they're ending it. Wait, why are you sad that they're ending, bro? Is it because they're not ending in a way that you prefer? I would probably trust somebody who has a face tat if they like were tribal or something like that, because I know that face tattoos are sacred for them. But like if it's just like you know, some dude, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. It feels different. God, I know that sounds like that sounds prejudicial, but like I'm just trying to cover my own behind here. Because there's not a lot of cultures that actually take face tats seriously like that. Nah. Okay, cool. Okay. Man, I'm cooked, bro. I am cooked. All right, I think Lala had to leave. I can't believe Spawn is still around. Is Spawn in Marvel, or is Spawn just like, is Spawn in Marvel? I feel like that's a dumb. I know that's a dumb question, but I don't really read Marvel. Is Spawn in Marvel, or is he just kind of like independent and just randomly pops up? Oh, thanks, Lala. First of all, glad to see. Like I said, glad to see you're still around. Glad to see that you're still here and everything like that. Hope that you're doing okay out there. Man, I wonder if X had to leave. I'm gonna watch some of her videos I'm gonna watch some of her videos at some point. Because she's hot and nerdy. That's cool. Spawn is Image. I know, yeah. I know. I knew Spawn was one of them. I don't know if it was Image. I don't know if it was Image or Dark Horse, but I knew it was one of them. Image Comics. That's why he actually met Invincible one time. Okay. Like what? They went to hell at one point? I can't. It would be tough for me to read. It would be tough for me to read a Spawn comic and not imagine Spawn sounding exactly like Keith David in my head. You know, because Keith David, you know, he's the voice of Spawn. He's the voice of Spawn. So it's like Keith David is go. Keith David is definitely should be. If there was a voice actor Hall of Fame, Keith David should be on there like multiple times. Like that man Keith David can make anything sound epic, bro. Like you hear him in his voice, and he talks because he can talk fast and talk regally at the same time. Like Keith David, Kevin Michael Richardson, Phil Lamar. I love Keith David. Yes, like bro, like this could turn into a Keith David fan discussion so quick. I'm trying, like, if there was such thing as a voice acting Hall of Fame, I feel like you know, I feel like you got, like I said, Keith David, Phil Lamar, Cree Summer, Kevin Michael Richardson, Hank Azaria. Before the controversy, I would also include I forgot that dude's name. He's been blackballed too, so I probably shouldn't list him. But yeah, like Phil Lamar is definitely like up there. Phil Lamar, Kevin Michael Richardson, Cree Summer. God, man, Cree Summer is right? Oh my God, Cree Summer. Because the thing about Cree Summer that I like is that she uses her default voice for a lot of her characters, and her default voice is like so goated that like she sounds like her Susie Carmichael, right? Her Susie Carmichael. I think that's just her regular speaking voice, and it just works, bro. Like I said, and like for those who don't know, Kevin Michael Richardson, that's one of my favorite characters because he has that deep voice. I can't do it. I love Cree Summer. She's an Abbott Elementary. Kevin Conroy, yo, we gotta like pour some water up for Kevin Conroy, man, the OG Batman, bro. Bro, I think the last line that he ever recorded was a banger too. I think, yeah, I want to say the last line that Kevin Conroy ever recorded was also a banger. Also, like underrated Seth Green. Seth Green. He voiced what's his name? He voiced Chris in Family Guy. But like I want to say he's voiced a whole bunch of other characters. And like that's what I'm saying. It's like if there was ever a voice actors Hall of Fame, like these are like first, like I said, Cree Summer like should be in there twice. Okay, like she is like she was number 5. She was number 5. I can't do her voice. But it's like, yeah, Kevin Michael Richardson, Kevin Conroy, definitely. Keith David is like, I used to be able to sound like Keith David too. I really hate the fact that I can't do it no more because my voice got like really high. I used to be able to, Keith David. I'm laughing. Hold on. God, I can't be Keith David no more. Hold on. I'm going to try to read. I'm going to try to, shout out to the late great Sterling Brown. No, Lance Reddick. Lance Reddick, if y'all are 90s and 80s babies, she played all the black girl characters. She really did. Now that I think about it, she really did. Like you could tell there was a time where I could like, before I even knew that voice actors existed, I used to be able to hear a character and be like, this character sounds like this other character. And I'll be like, why do I know that? Because they never showed like voice actors before until the one day that they did. And I was like, wait, there's people who can sound like those characters? That's crazy. I'm going to try to read a Keith David quote. Oh, man. Wait, he played Mufasa? That's crazy. It's a good thing I don't have Reverse Flash's powers. Why? Would you try? Wait, why do you want to have Reverse Flash's powers, bro? Yes, I was like that too. I used to hear their voices. That was the thing. I used to like notice that. I'm going to try to. So many people will be gone. Wow. I'm so glad that you don't have I'm so glad you don't like. I'm going to just go ahead and just like say this right now. It's a good thing that superpowers are not a thing in real life. It's a great thing that superpowers are not a thing in real life because it's just because like we can't even handle firearms. We can't, as a society, we can't even handle firearms. We do not need superpowers. I used to think to myself that we would do great with superpowers. Like the world would probably be a better place if the best people had like superpowers. But now I realize we can't even handle firearms, bro. We can't even handle fire. You know what I'm saying? Like not everybody should have a lighter. You know what I mean? No. You heard Sam Keith died? I don't know who's Sam Keith? Hold on. Sam Keith. Oh, okay. Sam Keith is yeah. Now I think about Megan's had brought that out in one of my in my chat. Yeah. The comic book creator. I had never heard of the Max before I heard about Sam Keith. And he also is a co-creator of the Sandman. Oh, whoa, what? He wrote the Sandman? Dog, that's insane. That's insane. He co-wrote the Sandman. This man's a genius, bro. Neil Gaiman was such a disappointment, bro. Don't make me even think of Neil Gaiman, man. That hurt my spirit a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, man. don't even bring up Neil Gaiman, man. Like I don't, because like the dude is like such a talented writer, but he's also just like a psychopath. Man, you love Neil. I don't actually, not anymore. Like not after I know what he did. He's like not a good guy. So no, I ain't gonna lie though. I was a fan of like a lot of his work. I especially I think he wrote The Endless, right? And I love the idea of like aesthetic concepts being turned into like real people. Yeah. No, especially since I was looking forward to his Miracle Man work. That's Sandman. No, that's what I'm saying. Sandman is death. No, Sandman is Dream, right? And he's part of the Endless. Like I know about that because it's like death is like that pretty girl, and despair is the woman with the hook for a hand, and you find out that despair is the reason why Krypton is exploded. Him and Alan Moore were like two of my favorites. Yeah, Alan Moore is like, isn't Alan? Oh God, please don't tell me. I want to say Alan Moore is the GOAT, but I also feel like he probably did some crap too. Is Alan Moore canceled too? Did he do something? Because Alan Moore is also good. Like at least let me have Alex Ross. Let's at least say Alex Ross is still goated at artwork. Come on, man. Like they can't all be terrible. No, he's just grumpy as heck. I mean, like most fiction writers usually are. Like, do not ask Alan Moore anything about superheroes. It will not end well. Like, what did Alan Moore do? Like, if you now I'm intrigued. Like, how grouchy is Alan Moore? How grouchy is Alan Moore? I'm now like compelled. Like, what does he say? Like, what? Like now, I want to know how crazy he is now. He will flip out if you talk to him about superheroes. Why? Oh my God, I need to know this now. Who is like how crazy is he? Like I'm compelled. By the way, do we have any writers in the chat? Any people who like writing or like writing stuff? Huh? No Miss Chrissy and no Miss Nancy. That's actually kind of bumming me out, but I understand. He said all superpowers are useless. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Alan Moore, the nihilist. Okay. He was like, super speed. Congratulations. I ran to a place I could have drove to. Now I'm hot and sweaty. Wow, that is grouchy. Holy crap. Wow, that is ew. That is a grumpy old man style. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That is definitely whew. Congratulations. I ran to a place I could have drove to. Now I'm hot and sweaty. That's wild, man. Okay. Oh, heat vision? What am I gonna do? Heat my coffee? The coffee maker can do that. Man, this dude is this is the God dog, man. Calm down, Alan Moore. Calm down, Alan Moore. What am I gonna do? Heat my coffee? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Heat vision is kind of ridiculous because it's mostly destructive. Like I don't see, I can't see heat vision helping anyone. You know. Okay, I'm reading about the Max right now. That's why I'm so quiet. But like, I would never read this series. For the love of God, if you mention Watchmen, he wrote the Watchmen. He should be appreciative. Why is he not? Why is he mad about the Watchmen? This doesn't make any sense. Like, if he's angry about superpowers, he should appreciate. Oh, Doctor Manhattan. I just thought about it. Yeah, Doctor Manhattan. Okay, is it Doctor Manhattan? Is he? Does he hate Doctor Manhattan? It's how DC screwed him. What? Okay, dude. This is why I keep saying you need to start making your own content, bro. Because like I really do want to hear you explain this stuff, man. They published Watchmen, and instead of giving him the rights, they kept printing editions of the comic to the point it cost like $1 to print, and Moore got no money. Yo, what? That is. Are you serious, bro? DC dirty for that. Yo, DC kind of wild for that one, bro. They know they wrong, bro. That's oh wow. He really did because like the Watchmen is like that's a goated thing today. Like that's a thing that's his like that's a thing that he got going on today, bro. That's kind of sick. Yeah, that's definitely like I ain't gonna lie. That's definitely something that I would totally want to like. That's definitely something I would want to like swing on DC for. Yeah, I am definitely not. By the way, I'm definitely not reading the Max. I just recently learned about the bad guy, and yeah, no, I'm good. Y'all can keep that. His magnum opus, yeah, that's like his best work, and that's his. And it really was like, nah, bro, we're not gonna give you any money for that. That's messed up. The Max is yeah, it I mean like it looks like it'll probably be like pretty good series, but I can't watch it because the bad guy is a predator, and I'm pretty sure and he's like the ultimate bad guy, which means he wins at some point, and I'm not cool with that. Y'all can have that. I'm good. Shoot. No, thank you. Not trying to see a predator win. He doesn't. He doesn't. So he doesn't get away with it. He doesn't get away with it for like 80% of the story. Okay. He doesn't do much for 80% of the story except gets his minions slaughtered by the max. Okay, but he's also a predator though. So you're saying that he doesn't just succeed in like just hurting a lady? You know, because that makes for good writing. No crap. It's about to be 11. I actually do got to go to work tomorrow. All right, we got to go ahead and cut this short, y'all, because yeah, I do got to bounce and everything like that. We will talk again though eventually. All right. Okay, so remember, you're more than just a person. You're an experience. I definitely recommend you can choose to be a good experience, a bad experience, or no experience at all. I definitely recommend being a good one. With that being said, don't be a +2 to 10 on somebody else's bad day. Spread love and peace, and if you can't spread love and peace, spread nothing at all. Remember, being mean is mainstream, but being kind is punk rock. And mainstream changes with the times, but punk rock is forever, baby. So why did I do the British accent on that? With that being said, though, love and peace to every single one of y'all out there, and we will talk again eventually. But yeah, I gotta bounce. Yeah, we'll talk again later.